The report has helped us identify our talent priorities in the organisation by helpfully setting it out into several domains. In doing that, then I then contacted a colleague who can help me work through that because there's an enormous amount of information within it.
In terms of the report helping identify the talent requirements and priorities for our organisation, it has been helpful. I think there's been no surprises. However, what it has given us is a proper benchmark using other people's views. So rather than just coming from within the People Directorate, to be able to think about what it is that we want to do next.
It also helps us to focus on some of the things we could do quite quickly. So some of the red areas that we're not doing anything. What could we do quite quickly that would help people to start to talk about those things? It also helps us to pick, of all the things we could do, are there 2 or 3 things that would have a major benefit quite quickly? Because quite often with these things, if you start to see a fairly rapid improvement in awareness, that starts to create a catalyst for further action. But action planning is going to take quite a while, so we need to be careful that we pick the right things first. But the first part of the action planning is to socialise that more broadly, so we can get more involvement in it.
This is helping me engage with others just by having these conversations. So as the new talent management lead for the Trust, I'm meeting with other leads within the organisation, particularly initially because I'm part of the leadership team. So my agenda is talent and talent management. So I'm having conversations with various team members across the whole of the organisation, and already just by having those conversations and sort of introducing the terminology.
The report has helped me engage with others in our organisation around talent management by again bringing the focus of conversation around talent. It will help us then work through an action plan that starts to really embed that culture.
In terms of engagement back in the local organisation, I haven't shared the report that widely, but those I've shared it with are starting to ask questions, and I think the more you start talking about something, so the drip effect of being able to just bring it up in everyday conversation will help people start to think more around talent management when they're having conversations with colleagues and their sort of peers, and also line manager and colleague sort of relationships as well.
So advice around the action planning. I think it's really important to, once you have your report, is to step back and think, okay, so what do I feel is really realistic here, depending on the role they're in, how much time they have dedicated to this, and also to kind of not feel like you're on your own, because you're not on your own. You work as a team. It's not all on your shoulders, and to just kind of get people on board and sort of share it. And yeah, I think it's just to not panic and take your time. It's not gonna, Rome doesn't change in a day. It's gonna be a gentle, sort of slow process.
The advice I'd give somebody at the action planning stage is, again, contact a buddy. Contact somebody that can help you work through the enormous amount of information that's in there. And a helpful way of doing that is having the coaching conversation that we've had today. To help you really frame what exactly and focus on what exactly do you think the key things are that you need to put in your action plan, both long term and short term.
My advice around action planning would be get lots of people involved. Pick who you want involved, but get some key stakeholders in that meeting room, so that you've got in that action planning phase the people that would be able to make the right decisions, and the people that would be able to start to forward that action plan and start things happening more locally. But one of the things that would be key to the action planning phase is let's be clear on the language that we're going to use. So when we talk about talent, do we mean exclusive, inclusive? So is everyone got talent, or is it a few people? We need to make sure that we approach it from a diversity point of view, so that when we're talking about talent, what do we mean? So you need to make sure that you've got people from all of those traditional HR disciplines in the room to make sure that we are focusing on the right things in the right way, and we're not too narrow in our thinking. That would be my advice.
I think the advice I would give someone action planning is don't do it on your own. involve others. If you're looking for true engagement and embedding of talent management within your organisations, it's worth involving the people that will be impacted and affected by this. So don't just go to the people that you would normally use, but go to people, you know, in various different staff groups at various different levels who will come through those talent management pipelines.